So good morning. Now we have some issues and I will show you them in a minute. Uh, we're about at 356,000 miles, so about 57 miles short, and that is close to about 550,000 kilometers, 560,000 kilometers, so well over 500,000 on the first engine. And now the parts we fixed 5 years ago, a little bit more than 5 years ago, some of them are giving us some grief. And we're going to start here with the B11-2 temperature sensor. This is the one I put in. That is the Mercedes one, you can see it. And I put that in January 2021. The part was made 11/17, so November 2017. And here's now that at this temperature, we're about 100 ohms below these two. I will get to them in a minute. And this one here goes off really bad when you go up in temperature. And we are just below on this sensor here on the curve for the temperature we're actually having. We're having the 20-degree. And we're right here on that lower mark and just below it. It is just at the borderline. But as further you go up, the problem we're having is instead of being between at 80 degrees Celsius, between 300 and 350 between the two of them, is that one of them goes down to 225 ohm, one of the two resistors in here, and the other one is about at 325. So one is good, one is bad, but the difference between the two is too big. That means the EZL unit down here, the ignition unit, this one here, gets a different temperature information than the CIS unit in the footwell compartment for your EHA valve for the injection. So timing, ignition timing and injection is off. The next issue we're having is the throttle switch, which I also put a new one in. The throttle switch itself for the idle speed, the close position is working. I have contact here between the center pin and this pin, but I have no full throttle signal center pin to this pin here, which is the full throttle when you open it all the way up, and that is not good. That is gone. So we have to replace that switch. The next thing is what's causing us an air leak here is this here. You can see this hose. There's only that little needle thing in here, but once that is open, it will come in and out. It kind of goes and that causes a on and off rough idle, and it will offset this here, this unit. Then the other thing is the internal leaks, which we had here on cylinder 5 and 7. 7 is this one here, 5, 6, 7. This one here, the exhaust valves, when we did this with Clay in his driveway, we did the valve seals. They are starting to leak more and more oil, and that is just the engine has to be rebuilt. And that brings us to one more thing over here, or two things actually, and that is the potentiometer for the flow metering plate position. This is the one I bought back then in the end of 2020, early 2021 in January. It was December 2020 when I bought it. It was of the fellow in Germany on eBay. And that one is questionable at this point. It is probably still working, but it is not as good. The Mercedes-Benz tube things I put in here, you can see these other ones I put in 2 years ago, and they're fairly okay, but they have gotten hard again, but they have not gotten any more cuts, and you can see this on how the cap is starting to put out here. There is a huge difference in the rubber, as I have said, in the plastic, because of the environmental restrictions between the time these cars were built and the original parts and the parts we have now, where the spare parts are going to be built to environmental regulations in general. These two sensors are still fine. They work. The AC system is working fine. The other problem I started to have is with the distributor cap and the rotor. And the rotor has a 1.2 kilo ohm resistor in here. Between here and here, you can measure this. And these resistors go off. I had this one already in stock as a spare one. And I had the other one. This is what I just wanted to mention. I had the Beru. I had bought the Beru temperature sensor first. And this is the original box. And when I looked at the Beru box, it's at Beru, Hamburg, I think. Ludwigsburg, actually. And then we looked around here. Where was it? Perfektion eingebaut. Made in China. And this is when I decided to buy this one here. And this one lasted pretty much close to your 25-30,000 mile service, because that is the service which is actually coming up at 360,000 miles. So at 360,000, this needs to be replaced. The oxygen sensor needs to be replaced, and this is a pretty extensive service. The other thing also what has become questionable is the OEM valve nut, but a thermostat I put in here. That is a little bit sticky, that thing, especially when it is cold. So that would have to be replaced, and I'm going to put the Beru in. This was the Meile one the previous owner had installed, and I took this out because it was just a Meile part. I don't think that this would have lasted that long. The conclusion in this is basically, if you have the car sitting outside, like in this case here, this car has sat pretty much outside in Kansas since it arrived here on November 12th, 2020. And we had it, undercover with big snow and that sort of stuff. And a couple of times it was here in the shop when it got really cold or that stuff. But other than that, it has been pretty much outside. The two things which have held up in these 5 years very well is the turn signal switch level and the rebuild kit from Euro for the valve which is underneath here for your heater system. There has been zero problems with that, and you can see this here. The fluid level is well maintained in it and everything else, so we don't have any leaks. Like I said, it's the problem now is which is going to warrant to take the engine out is the issue with the wrong valve guides being in here, which was done when someone worked on this head when the car had around 250,000 miles on it. They put this head probably on new because that was the better side, and they may have done some work on it. All of the, not the lifters, but the hydraulic compensating and the hydraulic compensating elements are all the original ones. So they're all from 1989 with almost 360,000 miles on it. And of course, that is a very expensive part to replace, if you can imagine. But eventually, we're going to have to put it out. Clay has another engine with transmission on it. We just haven't gotten to it. We're going to take this one probably out. We're not going to do the 30,000 mile service on it. I'm just going to fix this now. And then in about 4,000 miles, rather than doing the 30,000 mile service, we're going to pull that engine with transmission out and put the 100,000 K engine in. And then we put this to the side, and we're going to rebuild this and then eventually put it back in here as an overhauled engine. That's what the plan is. With that, you have a great day.